Hello, everyone. This is the FEM2310 Group 2. Today, our the topic is Jatara. This is our group members, and my name is Li Xingming. My metric number is 204840. Well, we will introduce the suggestion from these four parts is general meaning, detailed and connotation and definition. And part third is a basic concept, and last is society related issues to introduce this word. And first, I will introduce the strategy of general meaning for this word. And from these three steps, step one is effort from the Arabic words, and step two is in English meanings. From this meanings is peaceful and prosperous, tranquil, calm and undisturbed, and safe. For the three step is the core of the Malaysian value is the supreme value of the holistic goodness, well-being in this world, including every that considers good for the human being to have such as economic well-being, general prosperity, happiness, good health, holistic education, and useful knowledge and skills. Good holistic quality of this life, including safety and security, reasonable material comfort, affection the public transport systems, peaceful relation with the people of these fields, virtuous the spouses and successful children, good and friendly neighborhood, good governments, and adjust the transparent system of the law and administration, fair and equitable distribution of the wealth, and peaceful inter-road and international. So this and so on. So this is my part.
Hi doctor, my name is Ma Xiaohan. My metric number is 20449. Today I will introduce the definition and connections of sejahtera. For sejahtera have two meaning by Malay dictionary and Indonesia dictionary. So first one by common style one, the word sejahtera in the Malay dictionary have many definitions such as peaceful and prosperous, calm and safe. Sejahtera is a rather multi-layered concept that covers a deeper meaning than any single word can cover. As such, it has no equivalent in other languages. Neither can it be accurately translated into different languages due to its close cultural learning and licenses to the local Malaysian traditionals. By common bahasa Indonesia, sejahtera has meaning in an adjective or adjective clause, so that prosperous can change a noun or pronoun usually by explaining it or making it more specific. For the B2, I will let my partner Wang Zhongyi to introduce. Thank you, doctor.
Hi, doctor. My name is Wang Zhongyi. My metric is 201530. And by Rein Augustina, sejahtera means well-being, a process of social existence, safe, tranquil, peaceful, just, and prosperous. A general terminology points to a condition that is good, a human condition in which the people are in state of prosperity, good health, and tranquility. In economics, is linked with material gain. Hi, Doctor. By Zulkifli Abdul Razak, historical background of sejahtera. In it was at USM that the idea of sejahtera first emerged in early 2000 as an impetus to ignite transformational modest changes in embracing the concept of sustainable development through education. This was before sustainable development was fashionable in an educational setting, before the UN Decade of Education for Sustainable Development 2005 to 2014. Count the meaning of sejahtera. Sejahtera in the Malay language is not easily remained into other language because of its comprehensive and multi-layered meaning and nonsense. It undercuts that indigenous knowledge and wisdom have had their own context of uniqueness and strengths that is relevant to the local community over the years, often curiously translated as well-being or prosperity. In fact, it is beyond prosperity and well-being. It is human-centric in that it spans the macrocosmic and microcosmic. The earlier because it relates humans to the external environment, nature, fellow beings, including other species. At microcosmic because it embraces the self and the inner dimensions, including spiritual consciousness and the character.
Hello everyone. What is all about sejahtera? This is about balance, and balance is not just about two things, but balance is about many things, and we summarized it in a very small acronym called SPICES. It's a philosophy of sustainable living and balanced coexistence. Well, S means spiritually balanced, keeping the spiritual balance, that is having a very strong foundation in the gospel, and you want to be able to have that strong foundation in order to keep balance. This dimension of our well-being may be met through the practice of religious faith, through a deeply felt connection to nature, or through a passion of our professional vocation. Spiritual wellness is being connected to something greater than yourself and having a set of values, principles, morals, and beliefs that provide a sense of purpose and living to life, and then using those principles to guide your actions. We should all strive to have a spiritual balance in our lives. And P is physical balance, or we can say that is physical well-being. It is the ability to maintain a healthy quality of life that allows us to get the most out of our daily activities without undue fatigue or physical stress. It includes taking care of our bodies and recognizing that our daily habits and behaviors have a significant impact on our overall health, well-being, and quality of life. And I is just intellectually balanced. It's about striving toward good mental health, continued intellectual growth, and creativity in life. This includes continued learning, practicing problem solving, improving verbal skills, and keeping abreast of social and practical issues, and reading books, magazines, and newspapers. Like having intellectual balance is able to open to the new ideas, thinking critically, and finding ways to be creative. And C is just about what culture we need to find where our contexts are when we talk about balance. It's not just the culture of somebody else, but our culture, our value, and our norms, so that it becomes relevant to us. It includes the vitality that communities and individuals enjoy through participation in recreation, creative, and cultural activities. We have the freedom to retain, interpret, and express their arts, history, heritage, and traditions. And E is about ecology. It's about ethics, and it's about economy. For example, like forming relationships that bring people together through a shared set of values and ethics to effectively manage crises, and meet the needs of millions of people under the urgent threat of global warming and climate change. And lastly, S is just about our society. And the most important thing is it's not just about Malaysia, but also the world at large. And this dimension gonna be presented by my friend Jingyu later. So the embodiment of Sujatra goes beyond the conventional three P's of planet, people, and prosperity. Instead, Sujatra has at least 10 dimensions that could be summed up by the acronym SPICES, which is spiritual, physical, intellectual, cultural, cognitive, emotional, ecological, environmental, economics, and societal as a platform for the holistic learning and living. There's just a concept of having these things as in a balance holistically and also sustainably.
Now let's look at Sujatra side of society. I mainly group it into two areas. The first is about socio-economic well-being, and another is about role of Sujatra in humanity variety. So first, let's take a look at what is the important role of Sujatra in socio-economic well-being. To ensure the socio-economic well-being of Malaysia is an expert is the accumulation of the other two, institutionalization, reform, and exploitation law economy, to arrive at the state of well-being limited to the socio-economic real. Sujatra is a rather multi-layered concept that conveys a deeper meaning than any single word can convey. As such, has no equivalent in other language. Neither can it be accurately translated into different language due to its cross-cultural link and thus to the local Malaysian traditional. Hence, to understand it from a one-dimensional perspective is to miss a whole point and can even give a very distorted meaning. What would be most surreal missing is the relatively intangible aspects that are today's major concern. Health, for example, it's not just about the absence of disease or illness that may be quantifiable one way or others. However, health is also universally recognized as the state of emotion. As physical disease that could lead to a situation of depression, stress, violence without any clear sign and symptoms until perhaps it is too late to deal with. Quality of life is another area that socio-economic well-being is inadequately addressing. It fails to grasp the full meaning of the entire human person. Life as in quality of life is invariable, related to the spiritual being first rather than the material being, which is socio-economical, defined and determined. Otherwise, values such as happiness, love, and mutual respect will be marginalized. Now, let's move on the role of Sujatra in relative poverty. For the last decade, an overall effort for Sujatra is using a community-based approach to resolve numerous community issues involving some numerous people by adopting a bottom-up approach, funded by the private sector as part of corporate social responsibility. There is marketing different for the conventional way of top-down government funding mechanism that has become questionable that of late not only has effectively been the subject of intense review, lowering out corruption, but equally important it is about empowering the people to seek their own solutions, which are often within their grasp once they are empowered. Thus, the funding equation is better handled and goes a long way in finding a solution to real issue in real life. Its objectives are to bridge the income and wealth gap between economic class, race, and geographical territories, creating a progressive economy and emerge as a leading nation in the region. The main pillars of the model are based on enhancing basic and industry ecosystem, identifying new growth vectors, reforming human capital, and improving the labor marketing and wages. No one should be left behind as country take as structural-oriented developmental path forward because it is take into account the virtue and moral responsibility of doing something impactful to help those who are lost of that themselves due to a force of circumstances.
Hello everyone, here I'd like to do the conclusion of our presentation. Until now, I think most of us can understand the meaning of Suchatra. The Suchatra can also be read as another word, which is spices. Spices, the S is spiritually balanced, the P is physically balanced, and the I is intellectual balance, and the C can be considered as the culture, and the E is ecology, and the last one, the S, is society. Those 6 parts arranged together to build the core value of Malaysia. What is value? What can value do for us? Why is the value is so significant? Because value can reflect the things, our things of right and wrong. It can also reflect the decision we make every day. Besides that, the value can also help us to grow and develop. That's the reason why the Suchatra plays such an important role during Malaysians' daily life. So at the end of this presentation, I hope that all of us can really understand the meaning of Suchatra and remember it. That's all for the presentation. Thank you for watching. Salam Suchatra and wish you well.